So this is the just a market summary of what happened today on the Tuesday 24th. Not a good day. Let's start off from in the morning. So let's get this time frame right. 15 minutes. So just gonna get it right here. So start off the day. Suppose I need to bring in price action from previous day on Monday. So on Monday we had prices head up towards at 54, sold off. Overnight we consolidated. We had a move to the downside before the open. And so what I did was I took a short trade. Despite the strong move to the upside to the left, I took a short trade because we came into last week's highs. As we can see, we consolidated, couldn't hold it, we sold off, brief pullback, retested recent highs, and we sold. So I decided to take a short position, and as we can see, price is reversed. This actual close here was above the VWAP for the session. We're including the electronic open. Lost 10 points there. Price is pulled back, closed above VWAP, so I decided to take the position long. As prices came in towards yesterday's close, which was around 36.50, and the previous week's highs, I was expecting prices to break out a little bit and retest the swing highs over here to the left in around that 40.75. We didn't quite get there. We saw the pullback. I decided to hold through. Went up there again. I was expecting prices to continue towards that 40 level. Didn't quite get there, so I trailed up to just slightly above the lows on this bullish candle. And as prices closed back below after testing that previous week's high, I decided to get out of that position for a 7.75 point gain. After that, I decided to take a short, and the reason I took the short was pretty much because I thought, well, with to our left, we've had this swing high. We've had prices come in, test the previous week's high, and put in this bearish. We've had a bearish candle there and a bearish candle which I got out on. I thought, well, possibly putting in a lower high for a move to the downside. So what I did was I decided to take a short, held the position, and eventually, as prices struggled to get out, head lower, well, we initially sold off down through the VWAP, then got bought back up. We sold back through, got bought back up again. So I decided to take the position off for a minus 1.7 point. Where is that one? Yeah. So it was this trade. Just getting this all sorted. Yeah. So last sold at 31, got out at 32.75. Now I took a trade here as we came out of lunch. Again, I was looking at prices broke the previous highs here, couldn't see the follow through above the previous day's close, so saw prices sell off after testing the close towards those 41 highs. As I saw the bearish candle, decided to wait for a close back below the previous week's high, which we saw here. I decided to go short. Prices immediately went against me. Continued to the upside, closed above the suppose these execution labels aren't helping. But we closed above the highs of the candle I got in on. So we closed above it, had a stop order just above the wick here. Prices came, hit the wick by 2 ticks, and then sold off as I was out of position. Sold off here on so I got stopped out, and the prices pulled back. As prices were pulling back, this is where I made a pretty big mistake here. Decided that as we've seen, prices bought up, as we've seen by the wicks here, sold off, bought up, sold off, bought up. After pulling back, after testing above the highs, I thought we'll pull back towards the previous week's highs and then continue to the upside, possibly to test yesterday's highs. That did not play out. I got in on a pullback at around at 36.25, and as prices started to pull back further, I got out for 40.31.25. So I lost 5 points on that trade there. So I lost 7 points and then 5 points. So that 5 points was pretty much a revenge trade, which isn't good. So the total across the amount of points I've lost is 16 points for today. That's for the execution. So we'll look on the account, which is now negative. So the account's now negative 464. Our most recent trade being at minus 250. As you can see, these are the executions for transparency reasons. And this brings us back to yesterday. That big loss from, I think it was Thursday. I think it was last Wednesday or something. So, yeah. And the trading view goes and changes the actual layout. So, what we can say is a negative we can take is the revenge trade, which isn't good. The only positive I can think of today was the size of the losers. Ideally, you don't want to lose, but the size of losers, I think the biggest loss was, let's see, I think it was 10 points. Yeah, the biggest loss was 10 points. We had a small loss there, just above a point, less than 2 points. I lost 7 points there as well. So we had, the biggest loss was 10 points, which is the only positive we can garner from today. So reducing the size of losers, but took a bit too many trades because we had an increased frequency of trades here. So that definitely needs to be looked at. But this week it was all about the goals for this week 4 was to reduce the size of losers. Currently, we are on track for that, even though we lost 10 points. It's a reasonable amount. It's a reasonable amount on the 15-minute time frame. So we'll persist with our goals for this week of reducing the size of our losers, and we'll see what the rest of the week holds. Thanks for watching.